Anchoring. Anchoring is a powerful negotiation tactic that, when used with consideration and ethical understanding, can significantly influence the outcome of a negotiation. However, its effectiveness largely depends on the negotiator's ability to set a realistic anchor and adapt their strategy based on the negotiation dynamics. Anchoring in negotiation is a psychological tactic that sets the stage for negotiation discussions by introducing an initial offer or standpoint, which serves as a reference point for the entire negotiation process. This technique leverages the human tendency to rely heavily on the first piece of information offered when making decisions. Here's a more detailed look at anchoring. Concept and mechanism. Initial offer is reference. The party who makes the first offer effectively anchors the negotiation. For example, in a car sale, if the seller starts with a high price, subsequent negotiations typically revolve around that figure, influencing the final price. Psychological impact. The anchor works because people have a cognitive bias towards considering initial information as a baseline. This influences their perception of value and subsequent counteroffers. Application in negotiations. Setting the tone. By initiating with an anchor, a negotiator can steer the conversation and potentially gain an advantage. If used well, it can lead to a more favorable outcome. Salary negotiation. In job negotiations, an employer or candidate who states a salary figure first sets an anchor. This figure then becomes a starting point for salary discussions. Risks and considerations. Risk of extreme anchors. Setting an anchor too far from realistic expectations can backfire. If it's too high or too low, it might be dismissed as unreasonable, damaging the negotiation process. Justification of anchor. It's crucial to provide a rationale for the anchor to make it credible. Unsupported anchors may be viewed with skepticism. Counteracting anchors. Skilled negotiators can counteract anchoring by recognizing it and setting their own counter-anchors or by reframing the negotiation terms. Ethical considerations. Fair use. While anchoring is a legitimate tactic, its ethical use depends on honesty and the intent to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. Awareness of manipulation. Overuse or misuse of anchoring, especially with extreme or unjustified figures, can be perceived as manipulative, potentially harming long-term relationships. Strategy for effective anchoring. Research and preparation. Understanding market values, the other party's likely expectations, and having factual support can help in setting a realistic and effective anchor. Flexibility. Be prepared to adjust from the initial anchor based on the negotiation flow and responses from the other party.